Hello everyone, how you all doing? So, I've got a question. Is it ever okay for people to plug their own products when they're communicating online? Um, I watched one of the I was watching an episode of one of the really big podcasts, one of the big names, and um, I noticed that one of the top pinned comments was about the guest. Now, and the comment was something like, "Oh, he's a fraud. He's just promoting five of his own products that he's an investor in." So the podcast host was asking the guest, and it was about health related, and they asking the guest what are the things that you would do, and the guest was reeling off, "I would take this, I would do this," and yeah, a lot of these products the guest actually marketed, and the comment was, "Oh, he's a fraud. He's just promoting his own products." And a couple of weeks ago, I also saw another YouTube video, and I can't remember what channel this was, but the person was actually raising the point that a lot of podcasts now have sponsorships, and obviously as the channel grows, the podcast channel, you actually want podcast sponsorships because you've got costs. And let's be honest, no one's doing this. They're giving a lot of value for free, but at the end of the day, they're all a business. They want something back. I mean, my particular channel is it is a hobby. I've got a business, so I do this as a hobby. But eventually this will turn into something. In terms of paid clients and things like that. But right now, I've got a business, but so I'm not offering any products or services as such. I do actually do a little bit of products and services, but it's not marketed. But most of the channels and podcasts and things, they've all got to make some money somewhere. That's what it's all about. So the question is, is it ever okay to promote your own products and services? And my simple answer to that is, yeah, of course it's okay. At the end of the day, so there's quite a few things I would say about this. Firstly, if you have a product or service and it's related to what you're offering, so if you're offering advice for free online, whether that's YouTube or in a podcast format, you would think that the products and services that you offer are related to that. So if you're already offering value, your products, I think you need to be the best advocate for your products, because if anyone has to support those products and believes in those products, it has to be you first. So that's the first thing. I think, from a moral standpoint, if you're offering products and services that are in alignment to the value that you're trying to offer, then that's fine. Are there some rules around that? Yeah, of course there are. There's plenty of rules. So I've actually written down some really good points to talk about on this. And the first point I've said is the reason why I think it's okay if your products and services are genuine. So if they're coming from a genuine perspective, so it's not like a pyramid scheme or some kind of fraud, they're actually there to add value in the marketplace, then I think that's fine. I do this in my professional business as well. So I IT business, or I consult. And then what I want to do really is sell my clients a software license. Now, I'm not doing that dishonestly or disingenuously. That product, I believe in it because I've created it to solve a problem, right, in the marketplace. So I need to be the best advocate for that product. I know it inside out. I know it will deliver. And I created it specifically for helping my clients. So in that regard, I believe in it. And, I'm not trying to cheat a client and things like that. The key here is to make sure you declare your interests. So, if you've got products and services, if you declare your interests in those products and services where relevant, then it's fine. if during you see a podcast and they say at the end, we've got this product or service you might want to check out, go and have a look here. I think that's fine because you've been open and honest. You said, this is my product, these are our products, here's how you find a link. And it's fine. It's not disingenuous. It's up to that person to go and do that. And of course, that person that's offering those products believes in those products. That's why they created them, as to support what the value that they're trying to offer. I also think that as long as your products and services are listed, whether that's on your channel, on your website, and people can see that, they can see your association. So that's part of declaring your interest. That's fine. And the last point I've written down here is, at the end of the day, if you offer a fair exchange of value, then where's the problem with that? And I think that's where it comes back to. So a fair exchange of value. So everything is about adding value. It's all, this is how you get paid, right? People think they get paid just by turning up to a job. Well, you could probably get away with that in a very, very big company for a period of time. But at the end of the day, when they come round to review and you're not adding value to that business, you're probably going to find yourself out of the door. So getting paid for anything it's almost like the market's way of rewarding you for adding value. I think I said this in one of my other videos. It's not quite related to this. It's kind of related. It's about, the video's titled "Why Money and Fame is Not Real Power." And it's about my view of money and what it really is. So my opinion of money is it's kind of the market's way of, or the universe's way of rewarding you for adding value. So that is a fair exchange of value. So if you add value, then there's nothing wrong with being paid for that value. That's how the world works. There's only two possible ways to get advice anyway. One of them is you watch something for free and you've got to expect some advertising in there or some product plugs. The other way is you go and pay them as an advisor or as a consultant, and then you're not going to get any advertising. They are the only two options. So if you think about this in typical scenarios in the real world, financial advisors, mortgage advisors, right? Unless you're paying them people, they're actually just going to give you a menu of options that they already get commission on, or that, there might be 5 or 6 different mortgage products. They're going to advertise those to you. They're not giving you actual free advice. So if you go into a bank, the way I've seen this, if I go and see a mortgage advisor, I know already what products they're offering. I'm just going to go and buy one because of that. I've done my own research. I've found the deal that I want with the bank, and I'll go into that bank, speak to that mortgage advisor, and buy one of their mortgages. I'm not going in there with a kind of open book expecting this person to just sort my whole situation out for nothing. I know that they're going to get commission on those products. You know what I mean? So you've got to see it like that. If you're watching something for free, don't get upset when you see some products plugged and things like that, because that's what you get. There's only 2 ways to get that value. One is with advertising, one is a paid consultancy. And if you don't like it and you've got a problem, I don't know, go and pay a nutritionist if you need something with diet, or go and pay a personal trainer for training or something like that. But if you're watching it for free, you're going to get some advertising, and that's just how the world works. So yeah, I actually absolutely think it's fine for people to promote their own products online and things like that. I think there are some rules around it, as long as it's not disingenuine and the product and service is adding value in alignment with the value that they're trying to add in the video or the podcast. I think that's fine. And as long as you're not trying to hide something, that's also fine too. Offering services in a video or putting links and things is absolutely fine. Everyone needs to earn money, and that's how it's done. Another YouTube video I saw a few weeks back, I can't remember the name of the channel, but what they were talking about was why all the podcast channels now have sponsorship. And the theme of the video was, they mentioned that this person pays, like, let's say, a Spotify subscription for the sole. One of the benefits of a Spotify subscription is you don't get any adverts, right? And that's quite good. So you pay Spotify, so you don't have any adverts, and you can just listen to episodes. And I think it's the same if you pay for like a YouTube Premium, you don't get the adverts. And that's quite a good benefit. But what they were actually saying is, in the middle of all these podcasts, or in the middle of the videos, people drop in their own. The podcast host tends to drop in their own sponsorship. So maybe like a couple of minutes in, you'll get, this podcast is sponsored by blah, 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 and they'll start plugging products. And the person made the point, the YouTube channel host made the point that I'm paying Spotify or one of these YouTube premium services to not have adverts, yet I'm still getting them in the middle. And yeah, that is a bit annoying, but at the end of the day, these podcasts have got to find ways to make money. And doing that, again, yeah, it is a bit more questionable because obviously you're paying for a service, but you know, you can always unsubscribe or not listen to that channel if you're not interested. But I think understanding and not taking it personally that everyone is trying to create a fair exchange of value. So that means they're going to be offering products and services. And I don't mind being marketed to. I'm marketed to constantly in my business, every day, emails, messages, everything. And we also do that same marketing. And there's a difference between outbound and inbound marketing, but that's how the world works. And as long as the marketing or the attempt to get a customer is genuine and the products are genuine, that's fine. But I also think it's upon us. It's up to us to choose which things we watch, which channels we watch, whether we actually buy into marketing as well. You know, I read a lot of psychology on how marketing works, and it works a lot on things like framing, the way you frame a pitch or a question. You can frame a particular topic in one or two different ways and get a completely different response. And it's very clever with marketing. But you know, we're all adults, hopefully, and we need to be wiser in our choices in general. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about it. I think it's fine. I just want to wrap up with the point I made about, if you've got products and services, you need to be the best advocate of those products and services. And I think offering them out genuinely because you believe that those products and services are going to solve some of the problems that the listeners might have, I think that's absolutely fine. It's how all business works, all marketing, even in the corporate world. You know, people market services. Are there some sort of underhanded tactics that go on? Yes, all the time. A lot of deals are done not in a legitimate way. We all know this. I'm not going to go into that now, but a lot of business deals are done through relationships rather than actually, you know, on a, let's call it a best athlete basis or best product basis. Sometimes it's just relationships that do business, and it's always been that way. I think it's better to understand this stuff, accept it, try and be as genuine as you can. And then, yeah, you know, I think you're fine to offer your products and services. But let me know what you think in the comments, because I guess we'll all have different opinions on that. And yeah, see you all next time.